Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to Studio MDAZ. How exciting is that? Every time I say it, I think, oh my gosh, it really happened. Let's see. Hopefully, I will have comments today. I've been gone for a week. I've been in Vegas since, well, not a week, but 4 days in Vegas feels like a month and a half. So I was there for a while. Let me grab a straw. Easier. All right, let's see if anybody decided to come along and play with us today. Sharon Halverson, first comment I've gotten. Hi, Joan. Hi, Terry. Kimberly Wald. Hi, Deborah Pena. Today, you guys, we're going to redo this magazine holder. And I've already base coated the whole thing inside and out just to save time. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Angela, Debbie Freeman, Robin Sinclair. Hi, Rosemary. Hi, Keenan. Hi, Janice. Melissa Mounts, happy to see you. Hi, Donna. Good morning, everybody. We'll just do this for a second till we get some more people on. Hi, Denise. Hi, Anna. So as I was trying to pull this off this morning, hi, Gail. I broke one of these right in half, but luckily I found it. I used tacky glue, and I think it's going to be good to go. Hi, Becky. Hi, Marinda. Sandy Lance. Hi, sis. 3 days in Vegas was more than enough. Trust me. Hi, Mariette. Hi, Vita. Oh, my gosh. Lori and I could not win to save our lives, no matter what we did. Hi, Marge. Hi, Janine. We might get up 100, and then we'd lose it again. It was awful. And Bill, generally, if I don't win, Bill always picks up the slack. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Shirley Ann, Kelly Porter. Hi, Golda. Hi, Debbie Walker. And this time, he didn't even, he wasn't, let's see, hold on. Reactions, it just gave me a note. Facebook just gave me a note. Okay, so I don't know. It was something about reactions. I don't care. Did I bring any house money home? No. Well, I mean, a little bit, but it was so funny. Hi, Branya. Hi, Lisa Terrene. So day one, you get to Vegas, you have all this cash because you haven't, lost any yet. And so I had an option for a limo, a Suburban, or a regular car within $20 of each other. So I said to Bill, let's take the limo. It was super affordable. It would have been what it would have cost us for a premium Uber. So anyway, Lori cracked up when she came out of baggage claim, and we were just waiting on them. And she walked out, and there were Bill and I sitting in a limo drinking champagne. So anyway, we had a great time. Hi, Julie from Canada. Welcome. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Tracy Sausage. Hi, Laurel. So anyway, tomorrow's Easter, you guys. So happy. Yesterday was Good Friday. Wow, I had to think. Last week, Palm Sunday, tomorrow, Resurrection Sunday, and we are going to spend it with Bill's whole family, so we're excited about that. But yeah, we didn't win in Vegas. We didn't see any shows. We ate a lot, and so anyway. Okay, so let's take this on today. So you saw the before picture. I wanted to make sure that I got it all painted inside and out beforehand, and you'll notice I wanted it to have more of an antique look, because we're going to do some antiquing over it. So when I do that, all I do is take my regular base coat, which is, I love the Dixie Belle, either silk or, what was the other one? White cap. This is Dixie Belle, right? Yeah, Deborah Boucher. Deborah Booker Designs is where we buy this from. So anyway, this is silk mineral paint, and it's white cap. I love it. I also love their Dixie Belle chalk paint in cotton, but anything. Hold on. Lisa said your comments aren't working. Huh. Oh, Nancy, I'm so glad you loved it. That's awesome. So anyway, already base coated, but it was heavily crackled prior to, so I can still see the crackle. I don't know if you can. So what we're going to do at the end is add the wax to it, like an antique wax, either a gold or a dark brown, and see if it'll pick up all the crackle from before. I think it might, so we'll see. So I want the outside to be lemons because I do love lemons. I want the outside to be all lemons. We're going to use transfers. And I want the inside to be, I was going to use the one I showed. Let me get it. This one. I was going to use this. That's what I showed on the picture for the inside. But when I actually started messing with it, I got to admit, I didn't love the combo. This is too white. This is too, I don't know what. So then I moved on to this one that I love. This is also by Deborah Booker Designs, but two large patterns don't work. And I wasn't about, you believe silk is a 3-in-1, prime base paint and sealer. Yes, you're absolutely right. It is a built-in primer and top coat, so it's a 3-in-1. Thank you, Kimberly. I knew that, but I kind of forgot about that. So the Dixie Belle Silk paint is a 3-in-1. Good to know. I have it mixed with other stuff in here, so I'm still going to put a coat on it. So anyway, I got these on Amazon. I can give Callie the link afterwards and see if we can find these for you guys. Or you could do a search right now. Maybe Mary can see if these are, just go ahead and do a snapshot, do a Google search, and they'll come right up. I use this napkin all the time. I think I got 50 in a pack or 100, something like that. So that's what's going on the inside. Now look at the difference. This is the inside, and this is my outside. Much better. So the two big patterns don't work. Two small patterns don't work, but a big and a small pattern work great. So, and this little handle was over top of it, but I was able to get it off so that I could work easily around everything. And like I said, I've already repainted the whole thing. I just finished it and dried it. So that's what you decoupage your mom's rubs with. Yeah, I love this. I love this napkin. Okay, so it's got the 3 plies, so make sure you get all the plies off. I started saving the plies though, because you can use them and make something else with them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and decoupage the inside. Let's just get an idea of how big we need this to be. It's going to like lay in here perfectly, which is such a dream, because that doesn't usually happen. Let me cut this one side. See if I can get that. Yes. Okay, guys. How's Vegas, Carmen? It was terrible. I mean, it was fun. We always have a great time. We stay at Encore, but we love to go to Caesars and Bellagio. So we went, spent a whole day at Caesars, eating, playing, shopping. Let's see if I can get this open. Sorry, should have had it open before we even started. There we go. I usually have plastic in everything, but like I said, I've been gone. I'm just kind of out of everything. Am I going to do the baggy method, or is that just for sisters? No, I'm not doing that here. I'm just doing the regular. We're just going to do regular Mod Podge in here. And I am using Deb's DIY, Deb's Design Diary DIY Liquid Patina. You can buy this from vintageretailtherapy.com. This is my friend Mara. I'm going to be an affiliate with them, but I haven't gotten all my stuff signed up yet. So if you order anything, there's a place on her order form that you can say, it has any special requests. You could say you saw this on my page, but if you don't, it's no big deal either. So either way. All right, this should go right in like a charm. I don't know about a charm, but it should go right in. trying to angle it so you guys can see what I'm doing. I can get at least one side lined up. There we go. Okay, let's see. And I don't care if it's on the bottom because we're going to also do the bottom. There we go. Perfect. As you all know, that never happens. But I'm happy that just happened today. Try and get as many of the wrinkles out. There we go. Oh my gosh. Sometimes the entire universe is in your favor and sometimes it's not. Oh my gosh, look at that. It went down perfect. Not a wrinkle in sight. So Mom's not here today, you guys. Mom was here while I was in Vegas. Mom was up here working on my house, getting us, you know, organized and things done that needed to get done that we never have time to do while during the week when we're just like working. So Mom definitely took a well-deserved day off today. Hi everybody. Oh, I hate it when I don't have anybody here to do comments for me, but I'll try and catch them as many as I can. I always say I don't know how some of the crafters are so good at it, but look at that. Like there is nothing, no wrinkles. By the way, this is what the bottom looked like. This is originally from, it was hand painted. I can't read what it was. It was like, I'm sure it's something vintage or older. Okay, let's do the other side. And then I'm gonna do the inside sides last because I might want to do the lemon on those. I don't know yet. Doesn't Mom have company coming? What's today? Oh my gosh, yes. Susie, are you already here? I forgot. Bob's daughter, Susie, which is Mom's stepdaughter, my stepsister, she's coming into Arizona today. I totally forgot about that. So she might be here already. I don't know. But there was, you know, the best time, without question, to go to Vegas is during the week. So we got there Tuesday, and I mean, the flight was empty, the hotel was empty, the airport was empty, and that's why we got such a good deal on a limo. And so we were there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. Went home. Louie, sorry, went home Friday. Yes, I totally forgot about that. Mom had Susie here. So she arrives at 1:15. Okay, so speaking of Louie, Louie stayed with one of my friends, one of my locals, Annette Lawson, for the weekend. And she said, oh my God, she took him to work every day. And she said, Debbie, everybody loved him. I go, yeah, but you know he's still a jerk, right? And she goes, oh yeah, he is so stubborn. Let's see how much I need of this. Right there. Probably should have made a template before, but he did good. I think he was happy to see us, but
Call Bill Crotch. Hello? Are you online? Can you hear me? Can you hear me yet? Bill? You know, I, I'm errands with you. Busy. Oh, hey, over Vegas for some reason.
Bill is talking? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Reduce background noise. Okay, now can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. That's so weird. You guys are saying all you're seeing, it's a party line? What is happening? You still can't hear me? All right, one more. Let's try one more. Let me get off of my blue. Okay, is that better? Wow, that is certainly a good way to catch your husband having an affair, isn't it? How funny is that? I had it on Bluetooth, and I could hear him in his car on the phone. Okay, that is so strange. Good to know. Keep your phone on Bluetooth all the time, I guess. Isn't that strange? I've never had that happen, I don't think. Okay. All right, all's good. Oh, look how pretty that looks. Okay, so let's leave the rest till the end. So I also have, okay, everybody can hear. It's good now. That is the craziest thing. Okay, look how pretty that is already. So, like I said, my purpose for this was, I get a lot of, let me see, where is it? Oh, I got stuff everywhere again. Hold on. Here. I get a lot of these kind of magazines when I'm walking outside, you know, like when I'm in the aisle to check out. First of all, this is an incredible magazine. It's called Copycat Recipes. It's like all kinds of restaurant copycats. So it's by All Recipes. I got it in 2023, but you could probably still find it. Copycat Recipes. It's All Recipes. It's probably a thing. But look, I was like, I don't have someplace, and I have a bunch of these. And I thought, I really want someplace in my kitchen to hold this kind of stuff. And I don't need it to hold all of my recipes, but I've got this little book that my family made. Well, Mom made it for our family, and it's just our little family recipes, and I use it every day, like all the time. So that goes in here. So that's what I was thinking. Hi, Irene. Oh, it's so good. It is such a good food magazine. Okay, so in order to make sure that we have great contact with our transfer, with our lemon transfers, then we're going to seal this first. So I'm going to use Liquitex, which is a high gloss. I'm going to use this sealer. And we're going to seal anywhere where we might want to add a little bit of the transfer. So you don't need a lot. Get a really soft brush so we don't have any, I don't want all of the lines. So again, this is the Liquitex High Gloss. Liquitex High Gloss Varnish is what it's called. I buy it. You can buy it on Amazon. I buy it in big containers, like 32-ounce containers on Amazon for quite a bit cheaper than you can get it at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And it just really does help the way your transfer goes down so much nicer. Okay, now let's do this side, same thing. And we're not trying to save the world. We're just trying to get a little bit of sealer on so that it releases. And since I just painted this, I don't want it to pull up my paint. And if we hadn't sealed it, it could run the risk of pulling up my paint. So that's why I'm doing this. Ignore the I don't cook comments. I just saw that. Believe it or not, I really don't cook that often, but when I do like to try things. If I'm any kind of a great cook, it's crock-pot cooking. I love crock-pot. Okay, so I'm thinking about on the sides also doing what I'm doing on the inside on the sides. Like, so I'm just not sure yet. In the meantime, I'm going to leave it all alone till the end so we can see first. Let's just get this dry. Be on YouTube also. Gloria, yes. We do try to get everything that we do, like everything I did on Swag and everything I do on Studio should be over there on YouTube. Hi, Nikki. Terry, no checks? Well, we could definitely do blue and white checks on the side. You love the crock pot too. I know, I do. It just, the whole house smells good. Oh, that is sticky. Sorry. If I do it ahead of time, people say, well, I really want to see your whole project start to finish. And if I wait, then they're upset that I've waited. So either way, how did I get my page back? Vicki, I did not get my page back. This is a new one. Oh my gosh, there's our sweet friend Designs by Dina. Dina, I was just thinking about you this morning. Something that you and I talked about a while ago just came back to me this morning. So anyway, thank you for being here, sweet sis. Hi to Kenny. Oh my gosh, Dina, seriously, I just read what you said. Yeah, I woke up thinking about you this morning. So I don't know what that's all about. Okay, so now we've got it sealed. So let's go ahead and start our lemon process. And, oh yeah, I think just the way this is going to be perfect. Let me, let's see. I want to start there. I definitely want to get that in there and make it look like it's moving. But I don't want everything to look straight across. So let's cut some of this out. Okay. I love these transfers. I did not, Pam, have good luck, but thank you. No, I had terrible luck in Vegas, but so did all of us. Lori, Butch, every one of us had bad luck. I'm wondering if I want to just, not have it perfect. Okay. So this is what my design's going to look like. Because otherwise, I feel like if we go straight across top and bottom, it's going to look like we planned it too much. You love watching you, so the whole process is okay. Jody. Okay, let me get one of my little tools, which is here. Also, keep in mind, if you get these, I don't know who does these. Is this Prima that does the brown ones? But when I've done the brown on a white project, sometimes the brown of this, the stain comes off. So I stopped using those altogether. These are IOD, Debbie. They are the IOD lemon. And you can get these from vintageretailtherapy.com. So IOD. Or if you have, you know, somebody else who's a rep that you know. But that's where I buy them. But I love transfers so much. Gives you the hand-painted look without actually hand-painting anything. Look at this. And when you do the sealer first, it goes down so much easier. So much easier. And you can see it almost automatically as it's going down. Louie, enough. Enough. It's me. Yeah, he's a jerk. He's sweet. He's kind of a jerk. So, you know, we've got him in dog training. And I was telling Bill, we are meeting at... Enough. Go, get in your bed. Get in your bed. We are meeting at the park. And I said to Bill, do they think that we want him to, like, sit and fetch and all that kind of stuff? We're just trying to get it so that the dog doesn't bark like a maniac. Debbie Houdel, you have the, oh yes, I love these so much. Okay, but look how you can see it come right off. Let me go this way so you guys can see it. And if you start to pull it up and some of the design is not down, all you gotta do is just lay it right back down. This is why you just do a little bit at a time. And I'm afraid had I not sealed it first, it would have pulled up my paint. So it doesn't hurt it at all to seal it first. Look at that. So it takes a little bit of elbow graze. Great Pyrenees came. Bronya, that's funny. You just opened Elton Buddy. I hope he made it in one piece, Wendy. I'm happy that you're going to have him for tomorrow. Mom said that so you guys know the bunny that we made last week, Wendy Zolzinski, was our high bidder, and so she got him today. He was so fun to do. See, that did pull up a little bit of the paint. So I'm afraid, had I not sealed the whole thing, we would have ran into that everywhere. So keep that in mind, or make sure if you're going to do your transfers, make sure you give it a day or so to paint. They recommend you seal it first, yes. Now, the only one that they don't recommend sealing first is the Prima. The Prima transfers, they do not recommend that you seal those first. Why? I don't know. Sorry. Okay, now you can start to see it just pops up so easy. Look at that. That's so cool. Happened to the old days when you had to actually know how to paint. You don't anymore. And I always say, I couldn't even, there's no way I could paint anything this nice. And you'll be able to feel when everything's off, and then look at that. So the only thing left is this top, and then a little bit down here with that paint wasn't completely dry, but that's okay because I have some trim that I might want to put down there, but now look at that. Isn't that so cool? Excuse me. Okay, let's do the other side. And then we'll make some decisions on inside and outside, what we want to do. So there is a ton. Now, I've already used a bunch of this, but I want one that looks a little bit different. And this one, the next page does. So let's use up, let's see, lemons always hang down. Is that so pretty? Yeah, I'm thrilled. This is dry. Okay, I'm just going to lay that there. Remember, don't take your backing off till you're ready to commit. think I might save that for something else. And on this side, we will do the whole panel. And I think that's actually pretty good. So let's just go for it. We're going to go straight across this time. I love the graphs, so you know exactly what you're doing. Even if you're a beginner. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now, the only thing I haven't done on the other side yet is burnish it. So that is something that you need to do. So by burnishing it, I mean, you just kind of take your plastic and make sure that everything is down really good, even after you peel it up. So we will do that next. Don't you love it? The second I put those little sticks down, they're hard to see. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do this one too. Now, that sealer has had a second to dry, so look at how easy this is coming up already. And this is actually how it should be coming up. Like, that's how it usually does come up. But since I had just sealed it, it stuck a little bit more than normal. Awesome. Yeah, it's just on the bottoms where that paint didn't get all the way dry, which I thought it did. But like I said, I've got trim going down there, so I'm not going to worry about it at all. It's like magic. Remember those little tattoos you used to put on that were wet, and you had to put them on with like a tissue, and then all of a sudden you peel it up and everything would be there. So yeah, anywhere, look, you can see that peeled up. Either I didn't get enough sealer right there, or the paint wasn't completely dry. So that's something to watch to make sure you've got yours done really well. You still put them on, Lisa? Okay, let's pull. So you can see on this one, even though the top half is going down so much easier, that bottom half, I don't think that paint was all the way dry. Sorry, I know this is like noisy. Apparently it's annoying Louie. I'm trying to think if we tried anything new. I really didn't. They have a lot of new slot machines in Vegas. A lot of new stuff I hadn't seen before. And like, you know how I don't know if you're gamblers, but if you are, if you like to go to casinos, you get on a slot machine that you love, and then it's like you keep looking for that one over and over. And so all the slots that I was used to playing are, they keep trading them out for new ones. And so I was disappointed in that. All the casinos tend to have, like, they change them out and get all new ones. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Okay, so what do you guys think? I kind of feel like now the sides need the lemons. So here's what it would look like. Here's our option. Let me get another napkin. It's snowing in Albuquerque, Karen? Holy moly. Yes, I just saw that. Yes, we are having, well, we're not having them over here. Bill's son has, all right, hold on, there it is. Bill's son has rented out a room, like a part of the dining room in one of the local resorts. It's the resorts that all the presidents stay at. So they, it's funny. It seems like the Democrats have always stayed at the Biltmore, which is gorgeous, and the Democrat presidents always stay at this place called the Royal Palm Resort. And I mean, both are gorgeous. but it's just interesting who stays where. So anyway, that's where we're going to the Royal Palm Resort. Okay. So this, let's just rip some of it off so you can get a better idea. I have a million of these napkins, by the way. But I love that we don't have to piecemeal these. Okay, so this is what this would look like if we do, I don't think I love it. I think it needs the lemons. I really do. I think we've got to do the lemons on the side to make it make sense. Don't you guys think? Are we Democrats? No, we're not. But I was just saying that's, it was just like a point of interest. No, we're not. Okay, so much for me never talking politics, because we don't. But it was just a point of interest. No, I mean, we are Republicans, but no, just historically, like the Bushes, the Reagans, have always stayed at the Biltmore. And like, you know, in his term, Obama came and stayed at the Royal Palm. But they're both beautiful. I don't even know why I started that conversation. I didn't need to. It made no sense, but that's just, that was just part of it. Oh, well. This is why Mom should be here to keep me on track. Blue and white checks with the lemons. You don't like the napkin. Yeah, it does nothing for the outside. Okay. Yes, definitely. Janet, do you see what I'm wearing today? Janet's tripling got me this bracelet. I just love it. I had it, I have a couple of similar, and the one that I have that's a cross, I wore on the plane Tuesday, and the lady next to me said, oh my gosh, I'm in love with that bracelet. Okay, let's get these dry. Here's what we could do. We could do a little mixed media on the sides and do the lemons, but then bring some of the checks up to it. And let's just see what we think. That's right, as long as I don't have to cook. Okay. Let's see. I think what we'll do is let's this time, let's make our own pattern rather than using theirs. So I'd like to start way up here and bring that one down. And I'm good with this one, and then I might have to paint a little bit to finish that. So let's just see. That's almost turning too much. Okay, let's start from this angle. You love I do too. You keep missing my time online. Am I on Telegram, Catherine? Yes. You just have to sign up for it. I believe it's under featured is where you can find the Telegram. And then I almost always do a post an hour or so prior to me going live as a reminder, but I just realized I didn't say at everyone, which usually helps. But I didn't do that. So look at that. I love it when it just goes down so simple. Now, if you guys were going to have one of these in your kitchen, is it something you would keep on your counter? Would you have it like on the floor next to your island? Would it be something just pretty sitting on your pantry counter? Because I was trying to think, where in my kitchen would I put this? Obviously, this will be in the auction, but okay, now look, there's anywhere where the paint isn't completely dry is pulling up. So this is why I would have had this prepared ahead of time, but we didn't get home from Vegas till last night. And then, to be totally honest with you, I was too tired to even think about doing this then. And I had to catch up on the last reunion from the Real Housewives. Or Bill just slept through the whole thing. On the floor. Okay. It's too big for the counter. Floor. Yeah, that's where I would put it. I just think if it was, you know, just like a magazine rack on the floor near your island or somewhere, just be so cute to have. Or if you have a hearth room. I do have a good sized kitchen. Very grateful. But it seems like the bigger the kitchen, the more I can fill up. Too big on your counter. You have a baker's rack. On the floor. Sharon, you already have one there? I mean, I've looked at, you can get magazine racks at Goodwill all day, every day. And I always look at them and think, I'm never going to use a magazine rack again because I don't really have any magazines. But I do. I have all the old Mackenzie Childs magazines, catalogs. I get a lot of catalogs in the mail still. Now this one, I'm having a hard time getting down. Why? I don't know. There we go. But you saw, you just lay it right back down. But just make sure you got everything down. So it is the underground paint that's peeling up, which tells me that paint, even though I put a sealer on it, that paint was not completely dry. Because I literally did it right before I went live. Now you see, like right here, that lemon will not go down. So we're going to make a little... Look at that. It will not, I can't get it to go off the pad, off that paper. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Let's burnish this down. Let me get another leaf. So we're going to try and match up. Yes, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We're going to go ahead and match up like right here. I can see this one will fit right here perfectly. This is why I love these transfers so much. Which way? There we go. Look at this. It's going to perfectly lay right over that one. And let's see if we can get it down now. Is that amazing? So now that one's intact. We've got to get a few of the leaves that didn't work out. Let's get those down. Cut and paste, cut and paste. We're going to use the antique wax over top. So I'm not too worried because we're going to try and see if the crackle will come through, which I think for sure it will. Oops. Let me get a little bit more right here. that crazy how that works? Okay, so we've got this one right here. Let's see if we can finish that with this one. Oh, we totally can. So if you've ever had to do this, just know that it does work. Actually, I don't even need to cut it. I'm just going to take it just the way it is. And it'll go right over top of the other one. I thought I was going to have to paint it, but I don't. Same thing here. We're going to take this one. Hi, Maggie. Happiest of birthdays to you, my friend. And I've got this little flower that'll go on here. Go over that. Love it. Okay, that is so perfect for the side. All right, one more side. And let's see if we have some. Yes, here's some that are a little bit smaller that we can use. Are you guys shocked how easy these are for those? No sound. Maybe because I wasn't talking. Are you guys shocked how easy these are? I mean, how easy to fix, how easy to use. Just easy. I haven't touched anything, so there should be sound. I don't know what's going on. Let me just see one more time what I want to get rid of. I think I want to get rid of all of this. Okay. Yeah, I like it so that it doesn't look perfect. Okay, last one, I promise. Hi, Debbie. And then, like I said, we'll just go ahead and add to these if we need to finish up like that leaf. I'll just add another piece to it. But this is how easy it should come up, just like that. You should be able to just pop it right up. And of course, all of this stuff will stick to you like this. It just sticks to you like crazy. I really wanted to do an Easter egg hunt tomorrow for the kids. Well, I was thinking about doing it last weekend. I used to love doing it, but when I lived in Missouri, we had grass, we had big trees, you know, we had lots of places to do it. Out here, I have my pool deck, and I thought the kids are going to run around and somebody's going to get hurt. Wrap the design around the edges. Normally, I would if it was an all-around design, but I really wasn't planning it like that. I was thinking it more of an individual side. But yes, if you've got, like if you're doing a trawl or something, then absolutely wrap the whole thing. Look at that. So good. Anybody else doing one? Yes, you can get this at, it's an older one, but I believe Mara, I'm almost positive Mara still sells this one. This is my third one I've used of the lemons because I love this pattern so much. Used it quite a bit. Okay, love, love, love. Okay, burnish everything down. Isn't that so pretty? But do you see where the smaller pattern on the inside did so much better than a larger pattern, because the lemons are already a big size. So I definitely like the way this came out. Okay, I'm just gonna get some of this cut off. We're gonna do the inside, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the trim, and we're gonna start the antiquing process. Let's do again, all of this from vintageretailtherapy.com. And because it's a white background napkin and I wanted all of the colors to be true, that is why I painted the whole box in my creamy white first, so that you get all the true colors. Otherwise, your dark colors are going to make a difference in how the napkin plays out. And you're probably not going to be too happy if it's like a green color underneath. So I'm going to cut and paste this. And it works so much better if you rip it as opposed to cutting it, because a straight edge is going to show up a whole lot worse than just by ripping it. So let's get that down. And a couple places to piecemeal, but for the most part, that went right down like a champ. And I haven't done the top layer on my other two sides yet, because I figured you don't need to see me do that. I'll do that at the very end after we're done. All right, so I've just got a little piece right here that needs to go in. You just purchased 2 IOD books. Oh, I love the transfers so much, probably more than anything, because I use the transfers for a lot. Okay, a little bit more on the top. Do watch for a bit. Happy Easter. Shannon, happy Easter to you. Yes. I say God's richest blessings on everybody, now and always. Anybody doing any fun Easter charcuterie, or what do they call them? Candy cooterie? Okay. Yeah, I do love having all the inside done like that. One more side. That makes a nice big difference. Let's see, maybe I'll just piecemeal this one a little bit. I will. I have seen so many cute charcuterie ideas for Easter. Mom made the Peeps car. Have you guys seen that, where they make a little car out of Peeps? Hygiena, I haven't seen you in a while. I should probably post pictures, because Mom did some really, really cute stuff back in her day. Now, the only time you can use the straight edge is when, obviously, if you're on a straight edge, then it's perfect. Man, I'm so pleased with how this is going down. You're doing a nice charcuterie for tomorrow. I got everything from Aldi. Yeah, I did a charcuterie last week. I did a cookie charcuterie last week. Just had Bill get all kinds of different cookies and added a little bit of chocolate to it. It was really cute. All right, I promise we're almost there. That can go straight. I feel like I had so many Easter projects to do this year, and I don't feel like we did very many. But I start buying, probably like you all do, you start buying Easter stuff around January and thinking, oh yeah, we're going to do so many projects with this. No, you don't. You never get around to it. So I've got all this stuff to pack up till next year. And then next year, I'll forget I have it and I'll start buying again. Seems to be the story of my life. Okay, I think I need one more napkin. Just to get that one last inside done. And then I will seal that inside. Is that 2 already? I'm going to seal the inside of this like 3 times. That way it's going to be super protected when I've got magazines going in and out of it. Put that stuff in the auction. Yeah, our next auction probably won't be till June now. Anything I make. So Bill and I leave in about 10 days for, is that right? About 10 days? Yeah, about 10 days. We leave for California, and we're going to be in California for 2 months. But I still will go live from there like I do every year. So, let's see. It's just a different view, and it's a wonderful view for everybody. Okay, let's get this. Seriously, don't leave straight edges, because it really does show up like a neon sign. And I don't like overlapping too much because it tends to show through, but a little bit on a toile doesn't hurt anything because you really can't even tell. Okay. All right, so happy with how that turned out on the inside. I'm gonna let that dry a tiny bit, and we will go ahead and let's see if by chance I can take it off before we move on. Yeah, let me just get this all off. I'm just using an emery board. I think it works better than anything. Sometimes I think those little gaiters are it's so rough that it tears even further down. So I'm thrilled with this. Okay, so this trim, this is how this comes. It comes a couple different ways. You can buy it like this, which is bigger. This is on Amazon, and I have links for it. You just rip it off. It's for your crown molding, but it's so amazing, and it's not that expensive. Bill has a car. I mean, Bill and I we take both of our cars to California, if that was the question. But this is how this one came. It's just smaller, and it comes like this in the plastic with the adhesive on the back. And all I did was take my base coat and paint it first before we put it on. Let's just see if it needs it, because I'm not sure if I want to use it or not. It almost just feels like it's too heavy. Like there's too much going on already. What do you guys think? So I would antique it and then add a little bit of gold to it because we're going to do gold on all of the trim. Hi, Chandra. Let's do the gold first because I'm really questioning whether I want to use it or not now. It is too much. It's too much. Okay, too much gold. Yep. Okay, good. We're all on the same page. So let's see if the first thing I want to do, let's see if the crackle will show through. Okay, good. I love when we're all on the same page. Let's see if the crackle will show through. I'm going to use, this is the Golden Rule. It is a gold wax. I buy it from Mara. It's $15 and it's called Golden Rule Gilding Wax. It lasts forever. All right. Okay, yes, all of the crackle came right back through. Look at that. And it's coming through on the, can you guys see it? Look. It's coming through the lemons also. Oh, I'm so happy. Because you saw it was just too white and bright before. And I was going to antique it, but this gold coming through the crackle is perfect. And now if we've got paint issues, it doesn't matter. Look at that. Okay, that is, you know, one of those little unexpected blessings that seem to not come my way all the time. And look how simple, just with your finger. You could use the dark wax, would have been really pretty on this too, but I love the gold. Take a little bit of this, just wipe down some of that top. How awesome is that? It came through. Boy, that sure makes crackle easy. So if you find something that's already got a crackle pattern, and I have 3 coats of paint over this. I started with the Bonding Boss because it had like some maroon colored flowers on it. Tracy Sausage, yeah, that's what happens when you just get lucky. Not lucky in Vegas, but just lucky in life. But I have Bonding Boss on it first, which is the Dixie Belle Bonding Primer. And then I have 2 more coats of paint. So I'm thrilled that it still came through. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I started with, the Bonding Boss. It comes in gray. I love it. It's 1 coat. I needed 1 coat of that. And then I did 2 coats of my white base coat. So happy about this. Nothing like having stuff work. What is this used for? This is going to be in your kitchen for either your cookbooks or your magazine. For me, it's more like magazine recipe books because I buy them when I'm in line. I'm not saying I use them, but I do buy them. Oh my gosh, look at how that came out. Love it. Okay, now let's take our gold. Let's see. I'm going to use, we got this stuff in. I tried to show everybody the other day about this. Let's just try it. I don't know if I love it, but I did like the color of it. Let's just see. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do the gold first. This is more of an antique gold, and it's a little bit different color. It's hard to tell, but it's a little bit different color than my gold. So let's just see if it will help tone my gold down. Like nothing ever works. I'm so glad you guys like it. Hi, Liz. All right, let's see. I gotta get plastic underneath all this. Or Vaseline or something. Did I apply crackle? No, it was already on it before. Come on. Does anything work? Let's try this one. Don't you love it? There we go. Okay, let's get a decent size brush. Okay, let's start down here. Oh, that's actually a really pretty gold for this. Can you guys see that? Yeah. It's just going to clean it all up. And we're going to do the top too. The top and the sides, just give it a little bit. I definitely needed it. So you could easily do all this if you've got it. But I have shown in the past how to paint lemons by just using a very inexpensive lemon stencil. And it'll, you know, then you can still get all the different colors in it. I'm trying to think where that video was. If I can find it, I'll post it on here. Because I'm almost positive it was a studio from years ago post. Francis McNeil, you made a live. You did a live? If that's what you're saying, that's very exciting. You guys know I always want to do bling on this, but obviously we're not going to. However, I do have a bling bee that I want to put on here just because I can. Okay, now look at that difference, having that gold touched up. Let's touch up the top. I don't know that it even needs, let's get all this touched up. This will clean up all of the tops. Usually when we do this, if I was going to do this, if this was in black, I would have done a black on all these edges first and then the gold so that it would have looked more like an antique black, but I didn't want to do it with this. This is the stencil. Here's a paper you just got on. This is a transfer. This is an IOD lemon transfer that I bought from vintageretailtherapy.com. I just love how every little bitty layer makes such a huge difference in making your project look finished and finished well. Trying not to get this on me too. I was also thinking this morning, how long has it been since I have bought like an Easter outfit? Does everybody still buy Easter outfits? I thought, I have nothing new to wear, and we're going to a one of Bill's son's churches, which is meeting downtown, like in a stadium area. And I thought it was just like a regular church, but now I don't know what it is because we had to send in our names because we're sitting in a suite. And so I have no idea what's going to happen. And all of a sudden my outfit that I was going to wear that was just totally cash, now I'm thinking I gotta take this up a notch. Oh, Janice Johnson, what a sweet thing to say. Hi, Deb Krause. Okay, so let's get the handle back on. So this is our handle, and I think all it needs is, let's do the same thing. Let's use the gold because it's crackled on the handle also. And, oh gosh, yes. And then we'll do the gold on the edges, and then we'll put this on. And then in an hour, by the time we get done, let's say an hour and 25 minutes, we have completely redone this whole thing. So girls, remember this about the Bluetooth. That is so funny. So he had to have gotten on that, he had to have gotten on that Bluetooth immediately when he got in his car, and that's why it came right through. Look at this. I still cannot get over that crackle coming through from the prior paint job. Must have been, it's super thick. But I was going to do the one-step crackle or the porcelain crackle, which I actually really love. Oops. Okay, let's do the gold. Which one was it? Don't buy an outfit anymore, but you don't buy an outfit, you do miss it, especially little boys in their suit. Oh, I know. Thank you, Shirley Ann. Okay. So I'm just going to follow like where they did the gold before, which was like right here on the edge. Probably we don't have any problems getting it back on. Because I really had to kind of bust that top thing off to get it on. Otherwise, it was going to be so hard for me to do the whole inside. And people always say, well, why don't you tape off? I never have. Somehow I'm able to do a pretty straight line. But if you're more comfortable taping off, then obviously do that. Usually if you just turn it. Okay. My hands are covered. Hi, Carly. Louis has been very quiet. Is he still in his bed? Yes. Did you guys hear? Like, he will listen to me when I said, you know, enough, get in your bed. He grumbles, like he growls, but then he gets in his bed. But last night, because he's been sleeping with Annette in her bed at her house, so last night I said, get in your bed, and he jumped onto ours. And I said, oh, okay, I see how this is going to go down. I'll give you one night. And then I told him that, you know, of course he doesn't understand a word I say, but I'm just sure he does. Told him tonight he had to sleep in his own kennel, so we'll see how that goes. But we've got our, let's see, we've got our second dog training class this coming up week. And I did go ahead and set up for him to be the service dog. So we're going to take him to California with us. So I really appreciated all the information I got from you guys on that. Like, you all knew so much about that and the laws. So I was super grateful for all of that. If the handle gives you a hard time, hit him with some. If the handle gives you a hard time, okay, yeah. Okay, let me dry this the best I can real quick. Okay, here's my two little deals. Let's get those in. I gotta get those in. Let's see. Probably gonna have to do it right about the same time. Let's get that one. Oh, sweet. Come on. Oh my gosh, it worked. It worked. Look at that. And now let's get that little thing touched up. Which one was I using? This one. Let's do a little touch up on these. And then I'm going to put the bee on. That went down so much better than I thought. Yeah, it's just like a regular magazine rack. You'll still get the, I'll show you just a second. Okay. This is the one that I broke. So I might have to put a little bit of Form Flex on this one so you can't tell, but you really can't tell. So pleased that we got this done. Like to put some little feet on it. Oh, we'll definitely put feet on it. That's a great idea. I've got the feet too. So yes, we'll definitely put feet on it. But let me get my magazine. So look. So now it can sit in my kitchen with some of my favorite little recipe books, preferably magazines because they're taller. But I think that's so fun to have. Yeah, it wasn't a bad makeover, and it definitely went quicker than I thought it would. I figured this was a solid 2-hour project, but I've got a little bit of touch up to do, but for the most part, so happy. Look at that. Yes, for sure. I'm not going to auction it today. This will be in, nothing is a regular thing when you're done with it. Oh, Janice, thank you so much. This will be in the auction in our sisterhood. So I know I hate to say that. It sounds like I'm going, I'm not at all. But that is one of the perks of being in my sisterhood. For just $25 a month that you get to join the sisterhood. Mom and I are in there 2 to 3 times a week, every week. And that's where we do our giveaways and our auctions. So happy Easter, happy Resurrection Sunday to everybody. I hope you have the best time tomorrow with your family. And you love it for recipe books, Deborah. I do too. So anyway, go to Goodwill, find yourself a magazine holder, and put your recipe books in it. So fun. And the last thing I would do is this little tiny, I've got a couple different ones. I've got like this. This one's a little fancy, but that could go there. And then I also have this one that is just Form Flex. But anyway, just fun. I got to go wash my hands. I'm such a mess. Love you all, and I'll see you, Studio MDAZ. I'll see you guys next Saturday. And everybody else, I will see. What is the date next Saturday? If it's the 31st, I have to look it up. I think it'll be, I will come on someday next week, but if it's the day we go to California, then it will be another day. But for the most part, it will be next Saturday morning. I'll see my private group on Monday. Love you all. You would paint the inside bottom gold. That's a great idea because I hadn't decided what I was going to do on the bottom. Great idea, Debbie. I will probably do that. And I love the color combo too. All right. Love you all. Bye.